Will investing in the Max Life Fast Track Super Plan help you in planning your finances? Let us find out through an in-depth analysis in this video. Hi there, welcome back to holisticinvestment.in, where we help individual investors like you to make the right financial and investment decision to reach your financial goals in a more faster and smarter way. Now, before analyzing this policy, let us first understand a few basic details about it. So this is an unit-linked, non-participating individual life insurance plan. Some of the key features of the policy are: you get comprehensive life insurance coverage to be provided to the policyholder. You have options to choose your policy term and premium payment term at your convenience. You have the choice to choose from 2 investment strategies and 16 fund options for investors with different risk appetites. You have the flexibility to make partial withdrawal to meet your unplanned expenses. There are loyalty additions that can be included in your fund value. So these are some of the key features of the policy, and there are benefits like maturity benefit and death benefit, which will differ based on what kind of plan option you have opted for. And also there are lots of fund options and investment strategies you can choose from, as I have already mentioned, and there are guaranteed loyalty additions available as well. But as a unit link policy, they also deduct various charges from your premium before investing, like premium allocation charge, fund management charges, policy administration charge, mortality charge, switching charge, surrender charges, premium redirection charge, partial withdrawal charges. So all these charges, from them some charges are justifiable, like mortality charges for giving you life cover, fund management charges for running your fund. So some of these charges are justifiable, but some other charges like discontinuance, policy administration are unjustifiable, and even if compared to other market link funds like mutual fund, you don't see these charges there. So other investment products also do not impose these charges. So what happens is, this will be a burden to the investor, because in the long run it will definitely affect the overall returns. So we need to consider this as a drawback and think whether investing in this is worth it or not. And some of the advantages are: this policy allows you to invest in different investment strategy based on your risk appetite. The settlement options can also be exercised during maturity. It offers guaranteed loyalty additions like 12 switches, 6 premium redirection, and 2 partial withdrawal post lock-in period are allowed in a policy year. So these are some of the advantages. However, the disadvantages are: the lock-in period is for 5 years. The loan option is also not available, and the risk is borne by the investor during the settlement period. The charges in the fund may also reduce the potential return from this policy. So these are some of the drawbacks that you need to keep in your mind before deciding to invest in this policy. So now, as we have a basic understanding about this policy, let us move on to the analysis part of the video. But if you do want to know more about certain aspects of the policy in detail, you can refer to the policy brochure. So now, to help us make more informed decision, we are going to conduct an IRR analysis. So for that, we are going to calculate the internal rate of return based on the benefit illustration given in the policy brochure. So here, for example purpose, so for calculation, we have assumed that a 35-year-old male buys this policy for a sum assured of 10 lakhs. The policy term is 20 years and the premium paying term is 20 years and the annual premium is 1 lakh. So to calculate the IRR, we have assumed 2 return scenarios, 4 and 8%, as given in the policy brochure, to help us understand how this policy can perform at both extremes, like whether this policy is performing at a worst case or at a best case. This is just for example like this. These are not guaranteed returns, they are solely for example purpose. So here, if you calculate the cash flow for both scenarios, you can see that 4% scenario, the worst case scenario, the IRR works out to be 2.12%, and at the 8%, which is the best case scenario, the IRR works out to be 6.11%. So these rates of return are not enough to combat inflation in the long run. The returns we get from a risk premium policy like the Max Life policy is not even matching a debt instrument's rate of return, but the underlying investment is made in equity investments, right? So this clearly shows us that even if you're ready to take the risk, the return you get from this policy is not on par with other equity related instruments. So as this policy is not giving us the desired outcome that we need, which is the inflation beating return, now we are going to do a comparative analysis using an alternative strategy. So instead of investing in insurance and investment, combining it, we are going to invest in insurance and investment separately by splitting the same premium we use for the max life policy. So in the max life policy, the annual cash flow was 1 lakh. So here we are going to split it and invest it. So for life cover purpose, we are going to use a pure term insurance policy for 10 lakh life cover, a premium for just 4,900 rupees. So the balance amount of 95,100 rupees can be invested for wealth creation purposes. By doing this way, both the purpose of life protection and investment is served. So now if you take a look at the IRR for the investment purpose, we have taken up two options. One is PPF plus term insurance combination, another is term insurance plus equity mutual fund. You can invest in either of them depending on your risk appetite. Suppose if you're a low risk investor, you can opt for PPF, and suppose if you're a risk tolerant investor, you can go for equity mutual fund. We have taken up both here just for example purpose to show you how these policies can perform, to show you how these instruments can perform. So here the IRR for the combination of pure term insurance plus PPF works out to be 6.68%, which is considerably a good yield for a debt instrument, giving you guaranteed returns, and also the amount here earned is completely tax free. So here the combination of pure term policy plus equity mutual fund yields you 10.82%, which is an inflation beating return in the long term. And if you do want to know how the equity mutual fund tax was calculated, we do have a small tabular column presented on the screen for your easy reference, which you can pause and see. So what is the final verdict then? Is investing in the Max Life Fast Track Super Plan worth it or not? So this policy offers you both life protection and savings for your life's financial goals. The net premium after the reduction of charges is invested. This brings down your yield. So investing in this policy for your life's financial goals is not the right decision. To attain your life goals, you can build a separate investment portfolio based on your risk appetite and also have an adequate life cover investing in a pure term insurance policy separately. This approach will help you in attaining your life's financial goals.
If you want to read more about this policy, then you can definitely check out the blog post we have posted on our website through the link in the description. And if you want to gain more professional guidance through a professional financial planner, you can choose to book a one-on-one complimentary consultation with one of our professional financial planner through the link in the description. Also, if you want to gain more investment and financial insights through the leading experts in the finance industry, we also conduct regularly free live webinars through which you can register and gain these insights. The link is in the description. Also, if you like this video, definitely hit like and subscribe to YouTube channel so we can come up with more such financially beneficial content for you. Thank you for watching.